Mike? Was Mike gone for lunch, perhaps?
No, I'm wrong.
Okay, around.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
All right, so what I wanted to do was to just show a demonstration. Last, I think it was Monday when we talked about the national repository idea.
Right.
And I was supposed to come up with concept by Friday.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I'm not very good at writing. So what I did is I I simply implemented VuFind. You're familiar with VuFind?
Yeah, go find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did a quick implementation of VuFind such that I can show you the idea. So for what CUUL can do, instead of having to set up a repository and get information, we could just simply set up a search portal. VuFind is sort of a search engine which uses OAI, uses OAI for in the case of repositories to be able to pick metadata from institutions and have one central point of search point. So it's cheap to implement. We don't have to have a lot of server power, and all we have to do, like we have always been doing, is to ensure that all institutions adhere to the IR guidelines. Things like having the repositories on, things like having OAI enabled, and things like having the proper kind of copyright implemented in their repositories, in the quality of the content. So with that, the CUUL simply harvests the metadata and has one central point of search. So when somebody searches for an article, it will take them to that particular article, that particular repository. So this is a good idea because it's even the search metrics go to that institution, not to CUUL. So if CUUL has a repository and people are searching with CUUL, then the work will be attributed, like the online visibility will be CUUL as opposed to the institution. So I was thinking VuFind would be a better idea than having to set up a repository that will duplicate content. So there's a link in the chat to the VuFind that I set up. Let me share to show you a bit in the background. So this here is let me go ahead. So this here is give me a second. So this here is a configuration file, and as you can see here, I put entries from Kumba, UCU, and Gulu.
Where's UMI?
No, this is just a sample.
Who is UMI?
Yes.
Hey, yeah,
No.
process
Process.
So what will happen is we shall be adding all the member institutions here, and when somebody goes to the search, I think I've shared wrongly. Let me share the whole screen.
No, that's UMI.
Yes. So what happens when somebody goes? So this is the URL, the one I put in the chat. So when you go here and you search for anything, for example, you see there's even this auto suggest here, development. So what it's searching here is the term development in those three repositories, one from Kumba, UCU, and Gulu. So you get the results here, and this is the link. Now this is the link. If you look at the bottom here,
have you linked them already? Have you linked
Yeah,
to the full text?
it has there's a link. If you look below here, right below here, if I hover here, you will see this goes to the handle. It goes straight to the handle.
Oh, perfect. Yes, perfect. Perfect.
So if I click it, now whose handle is this? This
Is UCU?
is it 1911951?
It looks like UCU. Let me see.
Yeah, UCU's handle is off. Handle service is off.
Let me check.
Yeah, so those are the things that we should have to fight.
Oh
to see
dear.
What happened to UCU? Use UMI. Use UMI.
Stephanus.
Yes, please.
Barbara is having a field day.
For once.
Barbara, but was to the point.
Yeah, so yeah, now like you see this particular article has two handles, one for UCU and one for some other institution.
Yes.
Just a moment, Michael.
Yeah.
I think I hadn't gotten to this point where you were talking about the institutions that are represented. At what point? Where is that?
Let me go back here. You're talking about this, eh?
Oh, so it doesn't show in the
no. This is
that we are.
It doesn't show. But when somebody searches, the system will go through Nkumba's repository looking for matches. It will go through UCU, CUUL, and any other that has been added.
Okay.
So this is a configuration file to just give you an idea of how the VU find thing works. Yes. So it pulls metadata from all these and then presents a central search. So this is a central search where you simply search for something and then it will bring the search. If the search matches something in UC, it will bring, and then you'll be able to click and get access to full text.
Like a one-stop shop.
Can I attach Mike? Can I attach a LAN? For example, if I have my repository on the LAN, can it search that comfortably as well?
No, it will have to be on the internet. It will have to be on the internet, and it will have to have OAI enabled.
You sure it can't do the LAN?
You can do VU find, implement it locally on your LAN. But in this case, if we're looking for
no, sorry. Okay, maybe I think it's off the point. I'll ask you later. Please carry on. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see here, we have I've done a search for career development and industry. And this particular article is available in Nkumba University. So when I click that,
cool.
Now Nkumba University's handle server is working. As you see, it resolves.
Okay.
The handle server is down here at the bottom. It's here, right here, 20500. And when you click, it goes. So Nkumba gets the credit. So it gets the clicks. Nkumba gets as opposed to CUUL. So if we had a repository for CUUL, it would become very popular. But Nkumba would benefit. But this I believe is a better idea. If we work on the search engine, so we have the search engine as the national repository implemented by CUUL. Yet the actual content is on the several repositories.
Okay, your actual proposal is that you use a discovery. Okay, those who don't know, VuFind works like LibHub.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your proposal is that we rather use VuFind.
Yeah.
As a cover for searching and access as a general.
Yes.
Instead of using another
repository, and then our effort should be going towards getting those institutions to adhere to the
to the standards.
Yes,
the standards. I think I kind of like that.
Me too.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
I have a question.
But which means that on the report, we should have, I think, a proper. Now this would work, but also we should have a proper data repository, yeah, for open science generally. I think that may be useful. We're going to talk about that, Mike, in a bit. But this, I think I
have
like.
A question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can okay, besides LibHub and VoFind, is there any other
discovery tool?
Yeah, discovery tool that can be used.
Yeah, but many are proprietary.
Yeah, many you have to buy, but this VuFind is popular.
It's free.
And it's maintained by a reputable university. Yeah, but you can be sure that VuFind.
Can it be configured? Can it be configured? Because I'm seeing VuFind there.
Well, customized.
Customization.
Yeah, of course, it can be customized, and it will look like CUUL.
It will have
yes, it will be a cool thing.
Cool national.
Yeah, I think Mike, I think I like. Thank you for thinking through this. I kind of like this. Really like this. This is good. Well, Mike, we're going to talk after this in detail. But this I really like this. This is good. It might be a much better option. So who was thinking of implementing this? I don't know whether we can implement it for even other to have other, not just repositories, but have other.
Yeah, it works for
yes,
for Koha.
Yes.
Yeah, so a library can have VuFind central search point for both Koha and the repository and several other services, which implement the technologies that it supports.
Yeah. So the thinking, because for example, if we supported this, if we use support Koha for those who have Koha, then e-resources as well.
Yeah. So now we could have one. Now, like in this case, this one is only searching for the repositories. Then you could also have another one that searches for books, catalogs.
Catalogs and books, catalogs,
that
and also e-resources.
That
you want to have
really nice.
Because one thing we don't have, Mike.
Yeah.
Is that discovery tool for CUUL. You see, if you talk about CUUL, that brings institutions together. All the free resources should be under one point.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, so that
talking, David, that is it.
Yeah. So that CUUL members who cannot afford to pay or whatever can have access. And that increases the value of CUUL so much that under one link interface, we can have access to all the other resources. And of course, if it's by IP, then those resources, for example, if it's even for the other proprietary resources, you can build one for everything. I think that's something that we're going to talk about. So we can see how to do that. And maybe we can put on our ICT strategy,
yeah,
to improve that. So we do something like that. So it really gives us the impetus that we want as CUUL, and gives us a good sense of. Yeah, but I'm very happy with this because we did try to do this as UCU, but we never quite finished. But I'm just actually impressed we've done it so. In a few days. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, hard guy. Okay, that's nice. That's very nice.
Yeah, but this is it's got a lot of work.
No, I totally understand. But my point remains within whatever you can have a demo. That's fantastic. That's what we and that's what we needed to see. So I think the other thing would be ensuring that actually universities are properly named. That the universities are properly named, that if the resources from UC should be properly indicated, and that is possible indeed. Okay, thanks, Mike. So, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are. So, I think what Mike has just demoed is a culmination of something we're trying to do. So what we're going to do is review this very carefully, but we're going to work a little backwards and first go back and ask ourselves, what do we want to see in the CUUL repository? You see? So the interface, I think, is fantastic because it has a powerful search facility that can tap into all our repositories and pool our research. And that's what we want. We want to be able to say that Ugandan universities' research can be accessed from this one interface. And that is going to make us very powerful. But the whole point is that what else do we want to see there? And so that we ensure that we have an all-encompassing kind of one-stop interface for Uganda's university research.